Brink rocking number 17.
I know.
Where'd the 1-7 come? Was that just a jersey that you get? I was about to say for these practices, they kind of just
not the best number ever. I wouldn't have picked that. But.
Yeah, I would say 17 is not it, but 17 used to literally be banned in FIBA. You were not allowed wearing number.
Watch her face when they ask about that number 17 jersey. That little laugh, that head shake. She knows exactly what people have been saying. For months, Caitlin Clark, wearing number 17 at Team USA camp, became this massive conspiracy theory. People convinced themselves it was a deliberate snub, a calculated disrespect. Another example of the establishment trying to diminish her. And the wildest part, none of them bothered to check the actual rules.
16 through 19, every other number was fine. These referees, the sign was 2-1 for 21, 2-2, 22, 2-3, 23. But the signs, the actual signs for 16, 17, and 18 for referees. 15 obviously was that. I'm pretty sure it's as a former ref, it's this, that for 17, 18, 19. That was the official sign. I've never seen a ref do that. People wearing 18 are like just 1-8. Like, but I remember hearing that those numbers were actually banned in FIBA at one stage because there was like crazy things that or crazy referees hand signals.
Here's what actually happened. Team USA basketball has a tradition that goes back decades, jersey numbers 4 through 15 only. Not a suggestion, not a preference, a hard rule that every single player follows. The numbers 16 through 19, those are literally reserved for referees in FIBA competition. You can't wear them. Diana Taurasi couldn't wear 23 when she was a rookie. Sue Bird couldn't wear her college number. LeBron James had to switch from 23 to 6. This isn't new, and it definitely isn't personal, but social media didn't care about facts. They wanted a villain, and they found one in Team USA's jersey assignment system.
Like that practice number jersey or their jersey, obviously until like they're done playing on the Olympic team or whatever happens for the next Olympics. And then all us newcomers, there was a lot of young people at that camp. We just get assigned a random number. I guess I got 17. Nobody asked me, but it was fine.
And they also made sure to not give anyone their actual number. They made sure to not give anyone 22. They didn't give Citron 22. They didn't give 22 to Caitlin. They didn't give Paige 5. Obviously, or Angel 5. They didn't give anyone their actual number.
All right, so are you just stuck in 17 now in perpetuity, though? Do you get to change it maybe in the future?
So if I eventually make the team, it's weird, like, because international...
Now listen to how she explains the actual system. Veterans who've already played in Olympics or World Championships get to keep their practice jersey numbers. Makes sense. There's continuity. There's tradition. There's a lineage. But newcomers, you get assigned whatever's available. Paige Bueckers didn't get number 5. Angel Reese didn't get number 5. Cameron Brink didn't get her number. Nobody gets their college or WNBA number at their first Team USA camp. The assignment is random, and here's the key detail everyone missed. They specifically avoid giving anyone their actual number. It's not cruelty. It's logistics. Because if you get cut from the final roster, they don't want you emotionally attached to a number you wore for 3 days of practice.
That you only, I think it's 4 through 15. Those.
Nope, that's actually not a rule. Team USA just do it because it's tradition. It was a rule. In fairness, it was a rule until a decade ago. Team USA are the only country that, well, they're not the only country, but they're one of the only countries that actually still has the rule. Like we were 4, when I played in the national team, we had to go 4 through 15. I was 13. I was number 13. Had never wore, ironically enough, when I made like my local region, my Dublin team and made my Irish team, it was both times were random and both times I got number 13. So I was like, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll start wearing 13 for my team.
But let's talk about why this conspiracy theory gained so much traction in the first place. Because it wasn't really about jersey numbers at all. It was about the larger narrative that had been building since April 2024. That the WNBA establishment, Team USA, the old guard, whatever you want to call it, was actively working to undermine Caitlin Clark's success. The Olympic roster decision in June 2024 poured gasoline on that fire. When Clark got left off the final 12-player roster for Paris, despite leading the league in assists and transforming the Indiana Fever's offense, people lost their minds. The conspiracy theories multiplied, and suddenly, every single interaction involving Clark became evidence of a larger plot. Jersey number 17 at a practice camp must be disrespect. Never mind that it's standard protocol. Never mind that every rookie goes through the exact same process. The narrative was already written, and people were determined to fit the facts into it.
13.
Those are the only numbers. So you have a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What?
Isn't that weird?
Wow.
Like you don't
Is
get to
that
pick.
real?
Yeah, well, at least for
That's
the United
crazy.
States. Yeah.
Yeah, when she said at least for the United States, yeah, absolutely. USA are the only country, or well, not, there might be another country out there, but as far as I'm aware, they're one of the only countries that actually still does it, but it's for tradition more so than a rule.
I did not know that.
So it's kind of cool because when I've played junior national teams in the past, we have like a bag tag, like a sticker on your backpack, and it says like all the players that have worn your jersey. So it'd be like,
so dope.
if you're number 6, it'd be like LeBron. I think he was number 6, or like, and then you'd have the women's players and obviously all the men's players, which is really cool. You get to see who kind of has worn your jersey.
So that's why Team USA have for tradition.
This is where it gets interesting. She mentions that bag tag system, every Team USA player gets a sticker showing everyone who's worn their number before them. Number 6 might have LeBron James, Lisa Leslie, Bill Russell. Number 7 might have Kevin Durant and Maya Moore. It's this beautiful tradition connecting generations of basketball excellence. And suddenly, the 4 through 15 rule makes complete sense. It's not about restriction, it's about legacy. Those 12 numbers represent 12 decades of American basketball dominance. 12 numbers, 12 roster spots on an Olympic team. The symmetry is intentional. But here's what nobody considered when they were busy being outraged. Caitlin Clark will eventually make that Olympic game. Probably in 2020, and when she does, she'll get assigned a number between 4 and 15. Maybe it's 7, maybe it's 11. And from that point forward, her name goes on that bag tag. Her legacy becomes part of that number's history. Future rookies will see Caitlin Clark on their practice gear and understand the lineage they're joining.
Realize that. That's actually why they did it for tradition. But that makes a lot of sense now. That makes a lot of sense. That makes way too much sense. But yeah, it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. And that's why Caitlin Clark is obviously not wearing she's obviously not wearing the number 22, and I don't think she will probably ever wear number 22 for Team USA, and unless they change the rule. And will they change the rule for Caitlin? I doubt it. I really doubt it. Like, I really don't think they're going to change it for Caitlin. I really don't. I reckon my assumption is that they would be more likely to change the rule for Asia than for Caitlin. But you just never know. They might. They might, you know. They might. I doubt it. I doubt it. But you just never know.
Now she's talking about international basketball rules. And this is where it gets technical. FIBA. That's the International Basketball Federation, used to require numbers 4 through 15 for all international competition. It was an actual rule in the rule book until about France was one of the last countries to officially drop the requirement. But Team USA kept it anyway. Not because they had to, because tradition matters in American basketball culture. The number restrictions create exclusivity. They create history. When you wear number 7 for Team USA, you're not just wearing a jersey, you're representing everyone who wore that number before you. Most international teams don't do this anymore. Spain lets players wear whatever they want. Australia doesn't care, but the United States maintains these traditions because American basketball has always been about more than just the game. It's about legacy, continuity, respect for what came before. Let's zoom out for a second and examine what this entire controversy reveals about WNBA fan culture in because the jersey number conspiracy wasn't an isolated incident, it was part of a pattern. Throughout Clark's rookie season, every interaction got analyzed for hidden meaning. Every coaching decision became evidence of bias. When Christy Sides didn't run enough plays for her, it was sabotage. When teammates didn't pass her the ball enough, it was jealousy. When officials didn't give her superstar calls, it was conspiracy. And when Team USA assigned her number 17 at a practice camp, it was the ultimate disrespect. The problem with conspiracy thinking is that it requires you to ignore the simplest explanation. Occam's razor gets thrown out the window. Instead of Team USA has a standard protocol that applies to everyone, the explanation becomes Team USA is deliberately trying to humiliate the most popular player in women's basketball history for reasons that make no logical sense. Why would USA Basketball want to diminish Caitlin Clark? She's the best thing that ever happened to women's basketball ratings. Her presence at the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles would be worth millions in ticket sales and viewership. The conspiracy requires USA Basketball to act against their own financial interests, against competitive logic, against basic human decency, all to make a point about what exactly? Respecting the old guard, putting a rookie in her place. Here's where she addresses the Olympic roster decision directly, and you can hear the diplomacy in her voice. She's not bitter, she's not resentful. She understands how these things work. The Paris 2004 roster was selected in June, just 2 months into her WNBA career. She was still adjusting to professional basketball, still learning the Fever's system, still dealing with the target on her back that comes with being the most hyped rookie in league history. Could she have helped Team USA win gold? Absolutely. Her playmaking, her shooting range, her basketball IQ, those skills translate to any level. But the selection committee went with experience. They went with players who'd been through Olympic pressure before, they went with established chemistry. And you know what? Team USA went undefeated and won gold anyway. The decision wasn't personal, it was tactical. And 4 years from now, when Clark is leading Team USA at the Los Angeles Olympics, wearing whatever number they assign her between 4 and 15, this entire controversy will seem ridiculous in retrospect. But let's talk about what happens next. Because the 2028 Olympics are going to be a completely different situation. Clark won't be a rookie anymore. She'll be a 4-year veteran with multiple All-Star appearances, probably an MVP or two, definitely the face of the league. The selection committee won't have any choice but to build the roster around her. And here's the interesting part. By 2028, several of the current Team USA veterans will have retired. Diana Taurasi will be 46 years old, Brittany Griner will be 37, Sue Bird is already retired. The roster is going to look completely different, and Clark will be one of the leaders, not a newcomer hoping to make the team. That's when the jersey number actually mattered. That's when she gets assigned her permanent Team USA number, the one that goes on the bag tags, the one that becomes part of the legacy. And honestly, number 17 might end up being perfect. It's outside the traditional range now, but if she makes it iconic, if she leads Team USA to gold wearing 17, suddenly that number becomes part of the tradition instead of an afterthought. Think about what Michael Jordan did with number 23. It wasn't a special number before him. Now it's the most iconic number in basketball history. Caitlin Clark has that same opportunity. Whatever number she ends up wearing for Team USA, she'll make it legendary. The people who spent months analyzing her practice jersey assignment, looking for hidden meanings and deliberate slights, completely missed the bigger picture. This wasn't about disrespect. It was about a rookie going through the same process every other rookie has gone through. The only difference was that social media turned it into a conspiracy theory, because that's what social media does in 2024. It finds controversy where none exists, and amplifies it until everyone's talking about it. So here's my question for you. Do you think Team USA should change their jersey number tradition? Should they let players wear whatever number they want, like most other international teams do, or does the tradition matter? Does that connection to basketball history, that lineage represented by the bag tags, does that have value worth preserving? Because I'll be honest, I love the tradition. I love that wearing number 7 for Team USA means something different than wearing number 20. I love that there's exclusivity, that there's history, that you can't just show up and demand your college number. You have to earn your place in that legacy. But I also understand why fans wanted Clark to wear 22. That's her number. That's what everyone associates with her. And in an era where player branding matters more than ever, where jersey sales drive revenue, where social media presence determines marketability, maybe the old traditions don't make sense anymore. What do you think? Drop your opinion in the comment. And if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button, because we're going deep on WNBA analysis all season long. The Caitlin Clark story is just getting started, and 2020